yesterday, from the recording of this podcast, marked the 1 year anniversary of Rambo, the savior of Mortal Kombat, coming into the game. So we're in a position right now to where we don't know what's really coming next from NetherRealm Studios. Is it going to be MK12? Is it going to be something with Marvel? Is it going to be Injustice 3? Is it going to be Cheerleader Squad Summer Camp Edition? We don't know. It could be anything. So if we was to keep this this thing going with these random wonky 1980s 1990 characters coming in games with MK, who would y'all like to see next? And you can't say Ferrator. So starting with you, Mr. Gamer.
Say it
anyway. But there was a few more candidates I would have liked to seen in Mortal Kombat. I mean, might as well throw Michael in there. I mean, you had all the slashers, so you might as well throw him in there just to top it off. Candyman. Honest, I would have Judge Dredd would have been cool. I guess you put him in there. Neo was my personal pick. I want him in an NRS game. I feel like he fit in Justice more, but I think he still fit in Mortal Kombat as well. Neo from the Matrix.
Oh, okay.
John Wick. I love to see John Wick in the game, but that's not really. You said that was like more like the older stuff, right? Like the 90s, 80s type things.
Oh, you don't have to stick to that. I mean, if you want to see, Larry the Lobster in it, you can say that.
I mean, we could put Doodle Bob in there. I think he would fit for sure. He could have some interesting fatalities. But yeah, John Wick, Neo, like I said, Candyman, maybe no, but it's not like an actual character. It's just like I was about to say somebody from The Raid, that movie with like the Kung. If anybody's seen The Raid,
The Raid Redemption.
But I don't think that's a notable enough character to put in the game.
Nah, he was pretty sick though. Like the Tony Jaa's character.
That was Tony Jaa?
Was it? I think it was.
No, not this dude. I think you thinking about either Umbach or the Protector, right?
Maybe.
An Umbach character would be dope.
Neo and John Wick for me, that would be awesome. Like I really want to see Neo in a game. Like I said, I feel like he fits in Justice more because the Matrix wasn't like a super like violent like movie, even though it's rated R. I don't know how they would go about that and like Neo getting fatality or something like that, but I think that'd be cool just to see him in that game. That's why I said Injustice fits that I think a lot better. Would have liked to see Hellboy in Mortal Kombat. I feel like he kind of fit that more because I mean he's from like a kind of gory universe. I guess they did Injustice because he's like, I think they had a comic or something with him, so I guess that made the most sense off that. But yeah, I can't really think of anybody else. We've had all the slasher villains, any like hyper violent characters I can't really think of to put in them. Maybe Max.
Solid Snake in there, man. He'll fit in there. He can be in Smash and MK.
Oh boy.
I probably wouldn't put Snake. He probably wouldn't be the character from MGS that I put. I'd probably put like either Vamp or Raiden. Actually, Raiden. Raiden would be a great pick for Mortal Kombat because I mean, once he became a ninja, he just was in full. He was slicing everybody up. So, even the scene where he had the sword in his mouth, it was insane. Raiden would be a good pick. That would actually be an interesting pick too because you could put him versus Raiden, and they might have a little back and forth. Like, it's Raiden, it's Raiden. It's Raiden, it's right, like and then there's fight. So some little quirky thing like that. But yeah, I think those would be my picks. Even I would say Ryu Hayabusa, but I don't know that we already got ninjas. He's from a violent universe. Like his games are a lot more violent than like Dead or Alive, but we already got enough ninjas in that game. So, but yeah, I think those would be my picks for the game.
First off, like I gotta say it, Ferrator. Definitely want to see Ferrator again because Ferrator didn't get. Listen, like in the last game, come on, bro. We had all this time travel and everything, like all these old dead people coming back to life and whatever. There's no excuse why everybody couldn't be in. You know what I mean? Like why you couldn't just bring back like Ferritor. There's no reason, at least in my opinion. Let's see. As far as like actual other characters went, oh man, that's a tough one, man. I don't know. Like, because like they've already had so many different characters. Like I like the Judge Dredd idea actually. I think that would be pretty cool.
They got some people from Twisted Metal in there. That's a dope game.
A Twisted Metal
game.
Yeah, that would be
fit the aesthetic, but it's like I don't like what would they do? Because
make a move set.
I mean, yeah, right. Like you can pretty much
do what you gonna do on this like melted to the wheel. What he gonna do? He's
it's like, yo, you get him from somewhere, right? Like
Smash figured it out.
I mean, you can get what do you call it? Vin Diesel from Triple X, man. Have him be in the game. Xander Cage, man. You can put Xander Cage in the game, and then you can have like what's called like him and Johnny Cage have like a thing. Why do you have my last name? Like we're not related. Let's see who else. Oh man. I don't know, man. Like there's like because it's all about like for when it comes to Mortal Kombat, I guess it's not really because they put the Joker in, right? Because so technically speaking, you can put just about anybody in there, especially from like DC or something like that. Somebody a little bit more gritty though. Like you could put Batman in there, but I wouldn't put normal Batman. I would put like Frank Miller Batman in there or something like with guns and stuff like that, like Batman with guns and stuff like that would be kind of crazy. Let's see, who else? Maybe like if like we were going to dip into like characters from like Marvel, you could put like Ultimate Hulk in there, like from the Hulk from the Ultimate Universe. Ultimate Hulk was pretty like some of the stuff that he did to people in the Ultimate Universe. Pretty violent, actually. That was a very violent character. Like he was ripping people in half. Like he was not playing around. Deadpool, put Deadpool in the game. Like Deadpool's a character that not only like dismembers characters, but is also not a stranger to being dismembered himself. And then if we were going to like stretch really far, stretch into the realm of Nintendo, you could always get Travis Touchdown and put him in the game. Because he is also a character that is very much used to dismembering other characters. Not so much getting dismembered himself, but he has taken hits in the past. So I think he would be a pretty cool character to like, to put in Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I think those would be like off the top of my head, those would be like some decent picks to put in for the next Mortal Kombat, if there's going to be
one. So I mean, I'm guessing with these characters, and stuff like that, they have to be some very, very scary characters and stuff like that. Characters that strike fear in people. So, I guess I have a few on the list. So, Mandark from Dexter's Lab, the butterfly from SpongeBob when they was trapped in Sandy's, dome. You could put in Lawrence Taylor, the football player that struck fear and many. Okay. All right, serious answers though. I would like to see probably like Jet Li or Bruce Lee, since we already have Liu Kang in the game. You could probably make a dynamic with them in some type of way, and Liu Kang lets you know you could do them right within the game. So I would like to see that because I really like Liu Kang. He's my favorite character and one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat, and I just really like to personally I just like to see a different dynamic with him. Because with them, Jet Li and Bruce Lee, you can find some type of way to probably twist them into his background. All the way back somewhere they come in and. Jet or Bruce Lee appears and Liu Kang's looking kind of crazy and everybody's like, hey man, who the dude with the pants on that's just like yours but black, and then he explains the story and then next thing you know we get these epic fights and Bruce Lee can end up getting all types of wonky powers and stuff like that they could create. They could like rival Liu Kang's and stuff like that. So kind of like Liu Kang's power, but like more of a like probably make his look more devastating and stuff like that, like more empowered and stuff. And I think that would be pretty great. But other than that, yeah, that butterfly from SpongeBob, he was scary. So consider him. So if anybody else have anything to add, you can do that, or we can move on.